And before we start, do a quick safety check. Magazine is empty. Chamber is free and clear. So I'll go ahead and take a look at the design and features. We have the trigger. It is a double action, single action trigger. If the hammer is in the uncocked position, the trigger is in the double action state. So pulling the trigger would cock the hammer and then fire it. So as you see, it cocks back and then would fire. If the trigger, or the hammer rather, was pulled back, then the trigger is in the single action position, so that it would just take the short trigger pull to operate it. Have the magazine release. You would simply push down to release the magazine. We have the frame mounted safety. That is also a decocker. So as far as the safety first, if the red dot's showing, it means it is in the ready to fire position. If you pull the lever down, it's now in the safe position, and at this point the trigger is disconnected from the hammer. Now as far as the decocker function, if the hammer is in the cocked position, when you pull down the safety, it will put it on safe and release or decock the hammer. Now when it's on safe, you can still manipulate the slide if you needed to open it up for some reason. When you come back forward with the slide, it will automatically decock the hammer again as long as that safety is still on. Have the slide lock there. That can be operated manually, or when the last round is fired, the magazine operates it internally to lock the slide back. And then of course to release the slide, you would simply just pull down. So let's go ahead and take a look at disassembly. This lever right here is the disassembly lever. Now it does have a lock, which is this button right here. So when you push on that button, it allows you to then unlock the disassembly lever. So we'll go ahead and push in on the button, and this little post here comes up and allows you to then pull the lever down. Once the lever's down, the slide simply comes off the frame. So take a look at the frame first. We have our ejector right there. And as far as what you'd want to do here, you just want to clean off the rail assemblies, clean any gunk out anywhere, basically scrub it all down, give it a light coating of oil for corrosion prevention and lubrication. And that's just as far as you'd really want to then disassemble any of this. Any other disassembly or anything like that, you would want to basically just not do unless something was broken. Any damage can render the firearm inoperable or unsafe if any of these parts are damaged in any way. So unless you're really comfortable with what you're doing, this is as far down as you'd really want to go. On the slide itself, we have our recoil spring and guide rod. It is a captive assembly. To remove that, you would simply push forward and lift up. So forward slightly and up, and then that can come out. The barrel can then lift, go forward a slight bit, lift up, and then out. And then we have the slide itself. On the slide, we have our extractor right there. And this is really as far as you'd want to disassemble this. We have our firing pin right here. And really, you do want to clean everything out, clean any gunk out or anything. There's no need to disassemble this any further. And if there's any damage or anything in there, there's the only reason why you would ever want to disassemble this any further. So reassembly, you'd simply put the barrel back in, go forward, and then so you can go down far enough to go down until it goes down, and then pull it back. Now if you notice, this looks like it's bigger 9mm brother. You have the barrel, except on the 9mm, this section in here has a pivoting lock assembly to lock the barrel. With the 22 version, there is no lock assembly. Basically it operates as a blowback operated firearm. So it has the look and feel and even the weight of the full 9mm. However, it doesn't have the locking assembly. So reassembly, put the barrel in, push it back, take out your guide rod, the plunger back goes into a little saddle right here. It's kind of hard to see, but the saddle's right there. So you put the plunger tube in, the guide rod, and go down and forward and down slightly until it locks it in place there. You then align the rails on the slide with the rails on the frame. And then pull the slide back until it's pretty much in the assembled position, and lift the assembly lever up, and it locks it back in place. Go ahead and do a function check, and we're fully assembled. And that's it.